What's going on, everyone? Today, I want to talk about how to design a home remodel that you will love and also to increase the value of your home by much more than the money that you invested in the remodel. If this is your first time watching my videos, my name is Elisa and I'm a house flipper in the San Francisco Bay Area. I've been flipping houses for almost 4 years now and I've done over 24 home remodels. To succeed in house flipping, it's very important for me to be conservative with the renovation cost and use design features to transform an ugly fixer-upper into a beautiful dream home without breaking the bank. All the tips and tricks I've learned from my house flipping career can be very helpful for homeowners because even though you might be more willing to splurge on more expensive materials, you still don't want to over-improve your home and you want to get a good return on the money you invest in the renovation. As a rule of thumb, when I design a house flip, I want to make sure that for every dollar that I spend, I want to get at least $2 back in return. So if I'm spending $100,000 on a home remodel, I want to increase the value of the home by at least $200,000. If you're interested in achieving this kind of return on your home remodel, continue watching to learn all the tips. In this video, I'm going to cover all the considerations that should go into the design of your home remodel. It includes what's popular in your area, your own taste, the space that's available, and your budget, and the materials that are available near you. If you're interested in seeing some of my recent house flips, I have a whole playlist of before and after videos on my channel. Check it out. First of all, let's talk about what's popular in your area. You may or may not have realized this, but in different parts of the world and even in different parts of the country, the styles and the materials that are popular can be very different. Climate plays a big part in this. I'm based in California and the weather is very mild here, so I'm used to putting hardwood floors or laminate floors throughout the homes that I remodel. But this is not the case in other parts of the country where the weather is more extreme. For example, in Texas, floors are usually tiled. When you walk in a home in Texas during a huge rainstorm, you can track in water and dirt, and it will stain carpet and it can damage hardwood or laminate floors, but tiles will allow you to wipe up clean easily. So if you are in Texas, you probably don't want to install hardwood floors in your home because it probably won't last very long, and when you try to sell the home, buyers may have concerns. On the other hand, if you are in California and if you put tiles in your living room, it can look a little odd and it may turn away some buyers. Other than the climate, local preference and income level can also play a part. For example, in California, I'm used to installing quartz countertops in the kitchen in entry-level and medium homes. If it's a high-end home, I may go with marble. But I've heard that in Texas and North Carolina, granite still dominates the market because it's cheaper and more affordable. So if you're in California and you put in granite countertops, it can make your home look dated. And if you're in North Carolina and you install quartz countertops, then you're probably over-improving your home and may not get the return back on your money. You also want to consider the location of your home. Are you in an urban area, rural area, or a beach town? If you're in the suburbs, the farmhouse design might be a good fit. But if you're in a big city like San Francisco, modern style is usually more popular. And of course, in a beach town, you want to go with a more relaxing vibe. And there's always the debate about open concept. If you've seen my flips before, you probably noticed that I try to achieve open concept as often as I can. But I've received comments from people from other parts of the country where they tell me that they would prefer a house with a formal entryway, formal dining room, and even separate family and living rooms. This can also be a personal choice, and it depends on the size of your household and your lifestyle. If you are a young couple and like to host parties, then you probably prefer open concept that allows you to host all of your guests in one place. But if you have older kids or have multiple generations in your household, then you probably want to have separate living spaces. So you want to know what's popular in your area and balance it with your own preference. That will really help you achieve a dream home remodel. Within a certain area, homes can usually be categorized into entry-level homes, medium homes, and high-end homes based on the price point. Before you start to design your home remodel, you want to understand which category your home falls under, because different price points call for different levels of finishing materials. For example, in the Bay Area where I flip homes, on entry-level homes, I use laminate floors or carpet, ceramic tiles, quartz countertops, and prefab cabinets. But on high-end homes, I usually use hardwood floors, marble tiles, marble countertops, high-end appliances, and custom cabinets. If you use marble tiles and custom cabinets on an entry-level home, that will be a huge waste of money. If you use laminate floors on a high-end home, it will make your home look cheap, and your potential buyers could think if you are stingy on the floors, you might be stingy on other finishing materials too. If you have a medium-priced home, then you want to use finishing materials that are somewhere in the middle. A good way to determine what's popular in similar-priced homes in your area is to look at homes for sale or recently sold homes in your area. It's easy to do this exercise on Zillow. You can put in your home address and select the homes that are for sale in your area. Usually I choose the immediate neighborhood that's within a few blocks from you. And you want to pay attention to the homes that have been remodeled, not the fixer-upper type. You can browse through the pictures of those homes and pay special attention to what kind of upgrades they did in the kitchens and bathrooms. You also want to look at the descriptions of homes because if the seller has done upgrades, they usually put it in the description. It might be a little hard to do this during the pandemic because open houses are not allowed right now, but when things go back to normal, you can go to open houses on homes for sale in your neighborhood and look up close to see what kind of style and finishing materials they used. And whenever you go to friends and family's houses in your area, you want to pay attention to their design choices. You can even ask them about why they picked a certain finishing material and whether they like it or not. Before we move on to the next topic, really quick, smash the like button below so you can see more videos like this. Next, let's talk about your own taste. If you're new to home remodeling, you may not know exactly what your taste is like yet. When I was starting out in house flipping, I spent a lot of time browsing online. There are so many online resources. I like Pinterest, house.com, and Instagram, or you can even do a simple Google search on kitchen remodel trends. You want to save all the images you like in one place as an idea board, and that will help you define the style that you are gravitated towards. You can also look up images of different styles. There's modern, traditional, rustic, glam, etc. and see which style defines your own style the best. Once you figure out the style that you like, you want to make sure that it complements the original architectural style of your home. Based on my experience in the Bay Area, there are a few styles that you want to pay attention to. There's the very old homes from the early 1900s, like Victorian style or craftsman style. And there's the mid-century modern homes, and then there's the very new modern homes. These homes are the styles that you want to adhere to when you remodel your homes. For example, if you are remodeling a Victorian-style home, you probably want to preserve a lot of the original architectural features like the ornate moldings and trim, and you want to use more natural materials like marble and classic shapes like subway tiles. I'm actually flipping a Victorian style home right now, and in this video, I detailed my renovation plan. On the contrary, if you're remodeling a modern home, you probably don't want to put in a faucet like this or a clawfoot tub like this. The next step is to figure out how much budget you have and where to spend it. You probably already have a good idea of how much money you want to spend on the remodel. Let's say it's $50,000. But don't start to plan a remodel that's going to cost exactly $50,000 because you want to keep a buffer just in case the budget goes over. Even though I've done over 24 home remodels, I still come across a lot of situations where the budget has to increase midway through the project. Because when you start a renovation and as you open up the walls and the floors, a lot of unexpected things can happen. There could be corroded pipes or electrical issues that require additional money to fix. And as the project goes on, you may want to make changes to the original plan. These are the reasons why you want to keep at least 10% of the total renovation budget as a buffer. So with the budget you have, where should you spend it? If you have enough money to do a full-on remodel of the entire house, in the Bay Area, that's usually $100,000, and in other areas of the country, it might be a lot cheaper. Then I would use at least 50% of the total budget on kitchen and bathroom renovations because updated kitchen and bathrooms can add the most value to a home. If you don't have enough money to do a full-on remodel, you probably still want to prioritize kitchen and bathroom remodel over anything else. After kitchen and bathrooms, there are a few big ticket items that you want to prioritize too. For example, if the roof at your house is at the end of its life, then you probably want to replace it because even though it's very expensive to replace, it lasts usually 30 to 50 years. So once you replace it, you don't have to worry about it for a very long time. And when you try to resell the home, a relatively new roof will eliminate some of the buyer's concerns. And then, newer and double pane windows are an important feature of an updated home. It can also add comfort and save energy for you. Even if you don't have a big budget, you can still achieve great results, especially if you know how to use relatively cheap materials that look expensive. On my flips, I usually use prefab kitchen cabinets that cost less than half of custom cabinets, and they look very similar and the quality is not bad either. And I also purchase prefab kitchen countertops that come in a few different sizes that already have bonus on, and I save a lot of money that way too. I've also used ceramic tiles that have marble-looking patterns that only cost $2 to $3 a square foot, but they look so expensive. For bathroom vanities, because Bay Area homes usually have smaller bathrooms that fit only 36 to 48-inch vanities, I use a prefab vanity from Home Depot a lot. They only cost $200 to $300 a piece. It also comes with a cultured marble top and it looks very modern. The next thing to consider is how much space you have to work with. As we mentioned earlier, kitchen and bathrooms are the most important in a home remodel, and an important step is to decide on the size of the kitchen. Older homes tend to have smaller kitchens, but based on modern needs, an 120 square foot kitchen might be a little too small for a 2,000 square foot home. So if your existing kitchen is on the smaller side, you may want to consider moving some walls and expand it. In the Bay Area, when I remodel homes, I usually open up the space and put in an island in the kitchen because the island is considered the center of entertainment in the home and it's great for hosting guests. You also want to consider how many cabinets you want in the kitchen and do you want a pantry. Double ovens are pretty standard in newer homes, and people start to put in double sink and double dishwashers. If you have a bigger family, it might be something to consider. Next, let's talk about the size of the bathroom. Bathrooms are usually harder to expand unless you give up some space from a room. You need to design based on the space that's available, but smaller bathrooms can look stylish too. For smaller bathrooms, I usually use lighter colored tiles and lighter colored paint to make it feel bigger. If you want to add style to your small bathroom, try use black hardware like a black trimmed mirror and black drawer pulls. They can really pop. If possible, design your master bathroom to be of good size because that's where you will spend a lot of time, and a big master retreat can be very appealing to potential buyers. If the space allows, you probably want to put in a double vanity, a separate tub and shower, especially a soaker tub. If you are changing the floor plan of the home, it's better to draw up a floor plan or even mock it up on a computer to help you visualize. You can hire an architect or a drawing person to do that for you, but it can cost a couple $1,000s. When I design the layout of my flips, I use a software called Home Designer. First, you take measurements of the entire home and you draw up a floor plan on a piece of paper. Then you put the measurements in the software and it mocks up the entire floor plan for you. If you need to move walls and relocate fixtures, you can also do it in the software and it can let you see how it looks and feel. The final step is to see what's available in the stores near you. Home Depot and Lowe's are one-stop shops that have everything home remodel related. You can also look up local specialty stores for prefab kitchen cabinets, countertops, and tiles. You can do a search on Google Maps or Yelp, and then it will show you all the stores that are available near you. I love going to local specialty stores because they usually have a good display of tiles and countertops, and it really helps me visualize things. If you like online shopping, Wayfair has a great selection for all finishing materials, and I also use Lamps Plus to purchase lights. Amazon is a great resource too. I purchase door handles, drawer pulls, and mirrors on there sometimes. If you enjoyed this episode, smash the like button below and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.